Hey, this is Dominique Wilkins, Human Highlight Film Hall of Fame in 2006. I'm rolling out with the Crush.
Thank you for having us. One of the few guys in Atlanta that has a statue. If I'm not mistaken, there's only three. That's our guy, Hank Aaron,
Yep.
Bobby Cox, and you, Mr. Neek.
Right.
Let me start with that. When you ride by Phillips Arena, do you even look sometimes be like, yeah, that's me. That's me.
You know what? It still hasn't hit me yet. That there's a statue in front of the arena. You know, and oftentimes I drive by and I stop and I look. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Then I'll take a lawn chair, maybe a beer or something. I said to the big fella, we come along.
Yeah, we go along. I'm surprised you got no replica around here. You think they give you a replica, man?
Actually, I do. I have a replica in my office. You know,
Okay.
So yeah. You know, it's good to have that too, to kind of remind you of how far you come.
Right.
You know, when I go in my office and I see it sitting up like that, so I'm like, man, that's a really cool thing. And like you said, there's only very few people to get a chance to experience that.
Right.
Let me start with this, Neek. To be truly the first star of this city, you gave this city national recognition. Do you ever sometimes sit back and think about that's your status?
You know what? I sit back and think that, you know what, there's been a lot of work put into that, but not just on the court though.
Right.
You know, it was what we did away from the court here in the city that
Right.
build that statue, and that respect is from the fans. Yeah, the fans really, to be honest with you, made me who I am here in the city, and that's why I'll never leave it, because this city is family to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Speaking of fans, I mean, I always go back and I've seen pictures of you. Did you and your brother ever just, when y'all played, just sit back and, you know, North Carolina, you playing college and all that? Did you ever just sometime when you get on the court, look at each other, just bust out laughing like, look who we had, dog?
Oh yeah, many times. And I said, you know, man, it's been a long ride. I'm gonna bust your butt tonight. But we had fun with it, man. It was just a wonderful time for us.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so Atlanta. I can take it back when you and Doc. So funny story. We used to always see you guys on Old National every morning. The McDonald's.
See him over there later.
No. But I think that's how people don't realize that. That's how far you go back with the city. You know, it's like all the guys stayed in Camelot, and you guys.
Old National and airport area was the place.
Was the place to right?
The place to live at that time. And right, Camelot was considered, hey, you made
That
it.
was up in it, right?
But see how far I've come from just living in that area. I mean, see the change over the years.
Right.
But I've lived in every part of Atlanta. You know, from Cascade area to Old National to Vinings and out in Duluth. Now I'm living here in Conyers, which I absolutely love it out there. It's peaceful.
Very peaceful out here, Lord have mercy.
No, peaceful, and I can sit back in my yard and smoke a cigar, and relax, and just start reminiscing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, as great as you are to us, and I make no qualms about it that you're my favorite player that I ever grew up watching. Do you sometimes, I get a little salty about a couple of things. You know, if you ever ask me two things, I get salty about. 1994, I get a little salty. That whole.
I'm salty about it. But it's gone.
It's
now.
gone. We
can't do nothing about it. We can't do nothing about it. Okay.
But do you think in the history of the NBA, do you get the credit or are you underrated? Because the other thing I get salty about, just to finish off, you went first ballot. I know you in the hall, but I was
grossly underrated.
Oh.
And because I don't think people realize what I did until after I left. Because I never had another great superstar to play with.
Right.
We still won 50 plus games. The East at that time, that was very brutal conference. I don't think they really appreciate what I did as a player, because most times when people see highlights of me, what do they see? They see dunks and all that. It's very difficult to get 26,000 points on dunks. You know, I was a creative scorer. I scored inside, outside, whatever you needed. I was one of those guys who took the team, put them on their shoulders, and carried it.
Every night.
For many nights, I wished I'd had another great guy. Like Bird and them had, Magic and all that. But I just never had that. Jordan and all them guys had
Right.
a great compliment. I had a good team.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, Kevin Willis and Doc Rivers and Roundfield and Tree. Man, they were great players, but we still needed one more.
You need somebody else to give
We
you
needed
25.
one more.
Exactly.
Right. Because one of the things, me and my dad, so we had season tickets at the Omni forever. And one of the things that always made my dad mad was like, you could never take a night off.
Really?
Like if
took
you didn't score 28, we were in real trouble. If you didn't score, you had to at least score 28 every night.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was no night off, especially at small forward. Oh,
Right.
no, I mean, that's what a lot of these young people realize. The guys I had to play against every single night. All of them averaging over 20.
Right.
All, you know, but that was the beauty of the game, though. That's why they called us competing.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't make excuses. We didn't take nights off because we loved to play. So it wasn't about anything about. It was more about competing than anything else. Wow. That's what it was about.
I know you used to love to just, everybody used to get that, you used to want to put it on everybody, but what arena that you would roll up in, you'd be like, tighten the shoes up a little bit.
Boston, New York, Chicago, LA.
You just roll up.
You know, hey, look, it's some cities you had to roll it up.
Right,
You
right.
go to the Warriors back in those days; they were tough too. You had to roll up your sleeves, man.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it was no. Again, then you go over to Philadelphia, you got to deal with Dr. J.
Doc,
You go
yeah.
to New York, you got to deal with Bernard King. Go to LA, I got to deal with Jamal Wilkes and James Worthy. You know, so
Yeah, every night.
every night, you know, then in Dallas, I got to deal with Mark Aguirre.
Yeah.
I mean, it was some animals out there, man, that I had to play against. But you know what? I wouldn't take it back for nothing.
Oh, man.
My dad really doesn't like this era of basketball, and he says this all the time that when we watch you guys and you commentate the game, he's saying you can tell Nick is super professional because it's some other stuff he really wants to say about watching these
Like be
guys.
on this tongue,
I don't know what his dad talking about.
I asked him, Dad. I asked him.
Like you be holding his tongue like,
that question answer.
there.
Question answer.
Very professional, Mr.
I love it.
Very
I
professional.
love it.
I have fun, man. That's the thing. You got to enjoy. You got to enjoy this, man. If you don't enjoy it, don't do it.
Right. Right.
Right. When you let's talk about the home state team, Georgia. You look at your career, what you did. Me and Mason always ask this question: with the talent that has currently out of Georgia, you know, basketball wise, because trust me, everybody out there, Georgia's a great basketball state.
Hotbed.
It is.
Very hotbed.
But you know, the problem is a lot of these kids go to other schools.
Right.
Instead of going to the University of Georgia. So they lose a lot of good kids and for whatever reason. But you know, Coach Fox is starting to build it back. You know, so he's getting players down. It'd be nice to see our university get a lot of the local
Right.
kids, you know.
Right.
And but it's getting better. It's getting better. He's a good coach. He's a very good coach. I have a lot of respect for Coach Fox.
But you know, like phone call neat, just slide.
Unfortunately, you know, being an NBA exec.
Oh, that's
No. Hey, we
Can't
don't
do
that.
it.
I mean, you, of course, you want to, do things with your alma mater.
Right.
There's certain things you can do, but when it comes to recruiting stuff like that, it's
Right.
stuff you got to stay away from.
I still like, hey, just walk through the building.
Don't say nothing. They walk through.
Just walk.
I go to games, 'cause,
Okay.
again, we support our
Right,
university.
right.
And now what the football team is doing, oh man.
You gonna roll over?
Well, if I don't, I have my hat on TV and I have my jersey.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm like, yeah, we can ready to get it.
Get this, man. Everybody get this.
Yeah, Bulldogs can ready. Hey, look, man, they want to miss it.
Man, we don't miss you.
They on the mission without a doubt.
Talk about your career. I can go back to your career at VA. Whenever you walked into Boston and you saw 33 on the other side, and that game that you just busted, whatever y'all, he busted, Celtics that day. With Bird, you knew. I know that's one of the ones you tighten the shoes on, but you knew I had to come with. That ain't gonna be no 20.
But I'll put it this here: if you didn't come with it, you got embarrassed. So when you saw number 33 on the other end, then you look to the left of him, that's Robert Parrish. You look to the right, and that's Kevin McHale.
Yeah.
Man, you better lay somebody. If you ain't ready to go, you're gonna get run out of the gym. I mean, I'm gonna tell you something, man. People always do these comparisons with us and me with Larry Bird. Who's next? Ain't no next Larry Bird.
Right.
There is no next
Right.
Larry Bird. And this guy was had a heart of a lion, a basketball IQ off the charts, and he made everybody around him better. He was a monster, man.
We were fortunate enough to have pretty good seats at the Omni, and I can remember a particular night. You two, not only with the score, it was just the verbal war back and forth. Did Burgess really bring that out of you?
Well, yeah, but you know, the kind of talking we did was not of disrespect.
No.
But
It's
the
not.
kind of we talked to is see who's gonna get the edge.
Right, because it was one I can vividly remember. It was this sequence where he was like, "Oh, here come these two." You were like, "Two? I got two more."
Oh yeah. You know, we no, look, we was all out there trying to find out who was gonna. This is the thing. Who hit first usually was the last one to hit.
Right.
Because this was what both our mentality was. If I can get a foul or two on him early in the game, I create an advantage for myself because he ain't gonna play me.
Because now he can't play defense.
And he
right?
thought the same thing because you don't want to get that third foul.
Right.
And so we had to pick our spots. But so if I can go out there and get me two quick fouls, and I say, oh, it's gonna be on tonight. I'm gonna wear the second string guy out until he get back.
It's gonna be a 40 tonight.
And believe me, he was thinking the same
way.
You know, so that's the way it was at a position. Guys were looking for an edge, you know, to create an advantage for themselves.
If you had to say, if you know, outside of Bird, who was an underrated small forward that you had to go against every night? I know you talk about Aguirre. I know you talk about players like that. But who was somebody you knew that, you know?
I think from an underrated standpoint, I think from a player standpoint, he wasn't underrated because we knew what he was.
Right.
Bernard King.
Yeah, but
Bernard King. Oh my God, man! Listen, I feared no one. That's the only guy who made me nervous.
Wow.
Bernard King was. Oh my goodness, you couldn't stop him. He went on the West Coast and averaged 50.
he sure did.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
60 back-to-back nights against his brother. I mean, he was phenomenal. But, you know, when we talk about that 50 greatest, and both of us got left off. And at the time, I was 7th all-time leading scorer in history.
That's number 3. That's the third one.
Right.
To this day, I'm looking at that, and I'm like, what the hell were they thinking about?
Yeah.
But you know what? Guys like Bird, Magic, Dr. All of them came to my
Oh, they called it. I thought they had to.
It can't be a real team. This guy's not on.
Right.
So that's what validated me. So after that, I didn't really care.
I got to get into the part that broke my heart. The dunk contest. The robbery.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
The robbery.
But you know what? This is what I tell people. No matter who won or lost, the fans got their money's worth.
Yeah.
You'll never see a dunk contest like that.
Never.
The thing is, we didn't use props. We didn't use cars and none of that.
It was just
stuff.
athleticism.
Just athleticism.
Yeah.
Basketball and a pair of sneakers and imagination.
You feel sorry for
But
the ring.
Mike had to tell you.
Well, he said, I
Yeah.
thought you won, but
Yeah.
you're in Chicago.
Right. And that's the only thing I cut TV out before they even made the announcement. One, he didn't jump from the free throw line. He was inside it. Don't forget that, everybody. But two, I'm like, you look at what Neek was doing. Nobody else could dunk like that. A lot of people could do some of the dunks that Jordan could do. They didn't have quite as much hang time.
Right.
But what you were doing, no.
You saw my Instagram when I put it in my movie.
Yeah.
The one where you just hanging in the air and
Well,
just...
it's funny because when people talk about vertical leaps and all that kind of stuff, I said, we had hang time.
Yeah.
And so we had, the thing is, I mean, I was a 1-foot jumper like Jordan early in my career, but I started to be a 2-foot jumper by accident. And it happened because I got in traffic and I jumped off 2 feet and I bumped someone in the air.
And was
able
still
to
able
dunk
to.
it. I'm like, oh, okay.
That extra
found
power.
something new.
Yeah, I got that extra
And
power.
I was doing it ever since.
Dominique, you talked about it.
Wow.
Why was it? What was it about it? Was it because of when you were in Atlanta? I know if you was in New York or LA, you would have got crazy.
It was the
The
market
market.
at that time.
Yeah.
It was the market at that time. You look at, guys who superstar players who play in Utah, even though Stockton alone still got the publicity of being in Utah, they had to be phenomenal players to get recognized
Right.
because just the market didn't dictate that. But, at that time, the market was not, one of LA or New York or Chicago.
Right.
I know if you would have did that on the markets, it'd have been no question your popularity would have been crazy. I just thought, like,
But I guess the satisfaction I have is knowing that all the guys I played against know what I brought.
Yeah.
They know. They know. And that's the most important thing to me. A lot of times, I had a guy, and this was a young reporter, say to me, well, the post-up game was a boring game to watch, And I'm like, how old are you, son?
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, that might have been the dumbest thing I ever
You don't know basketball, son.
Yeah, you don't know basketball. Like, go, no, how you become a journalist? You say something as stupid as that. But, I just couldn't believe that mindset is actually, people believe that crap.
It's just crazy.
It just makes no sense. You look at my career, I didn't shoot a lot of threes. I may have made, 500 threes in my career. But I still average over 26 for my career in Atlanta.
You know how hard that is, everybody?
It don't matter if I shot a 3 or not. It's still, I was efficient scorer. My threes came from in the paint and one.
Right.
And so, you still get your threes. That's a different way you get them.
My favorite move, Neat, the run in the lane, kind of put it behind your head a little bit, and then throw it up.
Off the glass.
Off the glass.
Off the glass. But
well, that's something you did.
What I did? I took a tape of a great player and did one thing he did great. And with his signature move, and I practiced it over and over. And every summer, I put 1 or 2 new things into my game. So I built an arsenal move where one guy could never guard me.
No.
I never worried about the guy who was guarding me. I always worried about the guy who was
the hip guy.
Yeah. But Earl the Pearl Monroe stole his spin move, how Bob loved great jumpers, how they get their shots and release, how the great runners run the lane. So I put different things in my game every year. And I studied the game. I just don't think they study the game anymore. And the great ones do, like LeBron. You can tell LeBron. And that's why LeBron is doing what he's doing at age 33.
Yeah, 15 years
He's playing better than he ever played. That's crazy. But one thing about LeBron will work, and he's an intelligent player among being a very gifted player. That's why he's so much more ahead of everybody else.
I want to ask you about that because one of the questions we got to get rolling out is being a master of your domain. Tell people how much work you would put into every
I never
year.
stopped playing. Never stopped playing. But this is the problem I think a lot of young guys have. You go away to work out after the season. You don't go away to play the game. How we got better as basketball players is by playing basketball all the time. We rarely seen us in the gym working out, lifting weights. We lifted weights and stuff.
Right.
We played more basketball than we were in the gym. Working. We were working on the floor. Ain't nothing gonna get you
5 on 5.
Look, 5 on 5, 2 on 2, 3 on 3, 4 on 4. Them are the type of situation that's gonna make you a better player. Because you get to work on moves you can't work on during the season.
Right.
So you can't work on that in the weight room. We did our weights because we had some strong guys. Trust me, they did the power forwards did their work.
You can look at Kevin Winter's arms and shoulders all the time.
He was benching 400 pounds. Seriously.
Yeah.
Benching 400. Them guys are strong, man. But again, they just incorporated that in with their play on the floor. It wasn't the other way around.
Neat. Did you feel some kind of way when they gave John Concat them dollars?
Damn right I did.
Thank you, Neat. Thank you, Maury.
Hold on.
Maury, there you go.
He had a 4 game. I'm at 30. He getting 13.
Man,
He getting 13 man. I'm like, I ain't coming to training camp. Call me when y'all see me.
When y'all ready to do this for real.
They said, Nick, we're gonna take care of you. Don't worry about it. We're gonna take care of you. We're gonna give you, we gave him 13 million. We're gonna give you 14. He said, 14 million, I'm having 30 a game. And then I said, okay, I'll take it. But they changed their mind.
Glaze. See, this how really Kelvin said everybody used to hang out outside of Camelot just to see me. Just to see you guys say, Doc had a burgundy Jag. Y'all would be at the McDonald's. Somehow it would always time up. My dad like, we on time. They behind us in line at the McDonald's. Y'all stopping at McDonald's and y'all heading on.
Right, exactly. Hey man, we had fun in those days. Like I said, man, all those years, being here in Atlanta, I never saw myself leaving, even when I got traded. But I always knew I would come back though, because I love the franchise. That's who I am. I am Hawk.
The Hawks. He is the Hawk.
And so for me to still be here, be a part of it, man, that's the only thing I ever wanted. You know what I mean? And they've been great. I mean, our new ownership is some wonderful people. Steve Coonan and them is good people, man. And
I'm glad they're taking care of it.
yeah, have Grant Hill a part of the fold too. So good to have people you played against.
Yeah.
People who appreciate what you've done, and now you got new ownership that's coming in that's embraced you. And Tony Wessler and his ownership group has been, man, wonderful.
We're finishing up, Dominique. Let me ask you this: do your kids and your grandkids, do they know, or is it you? Are you just
No,
dad?
I'm just dad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do they know when they start?
I had my older son say to me, this when he was young, he said, Dad, my AU coach told me it'd be better if I trained this way. I said, son, let me ask you something. Do you really realize what I did for a living, the level I did? I said, I'll tell you what, do it his way. I said, when you get your butt kicked, I said, you're going to get your butt kicked. Come back to me if you're serious, we do it my way. My way works. What happened?
It's kind of tried and true your way.
Whatever happened, what happened?
Your son
He got a
gonna
butt
say-
kick.
The AAU
So he had to come back to me.
So AAU told people not you, not what you tell.
That's why, man, I don't let my younger son right now play basketball. I just don't. When it's time, I'll let him. But it's about teaching him the game, not giving him a ball, let him run up and down the court. Everybody first one get it, let it fly.
Right.
You got to teach these kids, and there's not enough teaching in the AAU system. I mean, they got athletes, but
Yeah.
no teaching.
They know the game.
They no teaching. So my son's gonna get teaching, my youngest son, because like my older son's at Virginia, doing very well. He's
Right.
captain of Virginia, and in the beginning that's what I did with him. Then eventually, of course, he played AAU, but it worked out for him. He became a very fundamentally sound kid.
When you see what Lonzo Ball kind of has to deal with, me personally, I just think once they kind of just cut the rope a little bit, because the kid has talent.
You know what the kid, and I think that his talent get overlooked a lot of times because of what his dad.
Right.
And I can just tell you from my own experience, I would never ever infringe on my kids' career like that.
Right.
Because it's their time, Let them have their time. And see, some of his talents get overlooked because everybody thinking about, his dad is this, that.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you this, I think it's ludicrous, just ludicrous that you would send a 16-year-old kid over in Europe to play. Both of you taking both your sons out of school. I would never take my son. Their education is more important than going to Lithuania.
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, why would you do that to your children? I would never do that to my kids. Because they have to live their own lives. First of all, as a father, I'm not letting my 16-year-old kid go nowhere. Man, you're going to finish school.
Right.
You're 16 years old.
Right.
I mean, I just don't get it. But to each his own.
Let me ask you this, please. Young Dominique Wilkins in this era with the money and also with the social media aspect of it. We know you put up about 30-something a game in this era, but what could you, with all this going, you can't do nothing now. You get tweeted on, you get pictures taken when you're breathing now. Would you be able to handle this era? How did you have done in this era?
Oh, I'd have been good. The money they making, I'd have been all right. I'd have been all right.
You been all right? You been all right?
They're making, $600-700 million with all the stuff together with shoe contracts.
Yeah. I'm good.
Yeah, I'd have been good. I'd have been good. I'd have handled it just fine.
You didn't have it just? That's crazy money. Man.
But you know what though? You make adjustments. Every era there's an adjustment made, and you got to adjust to how the new era, plays the games and how they're socially involved. So, hey, good for them.
Yeah.
Now, when the starter jacket started, they started bringing the starter jackets back. Walters had brought the Brooks back for a second. Did Brooks call you and get an okay on that?
No, but I wish they had.
Yeah.
No, I wish they had.
We want Brooks because you want Brooks.
But I think who own, I want to say Warren Buffett owned Brooks now.
Really?
Yeah, he bought Brooks shoes. I need to give Warren a call.
You need to give him a call.
Hey, Warren, you know what?
I put him on.
That's the only reason we won.
Hey, look, you forgot about your guy.
Yeah.
Right. And it was just so crazy. And like I said, that's just the impact you had. You wore Brooks, we were wearing Brooks. Oh, Neat got a club on Windy Hill, we're going out to Windy Hill. Gotta be at Dominique's 21.
Yeah.
But the only thing about those clubs, they were very nice because you had to dress up to come in those clubs.
You did. You
dress
just couldn't roll in.
And just roll in there. We wasn't having that. We was trying to project a certain type of image.
Right.
And it worked for a long time. We just got burnt out on it.
Oh, yeah.
But it was a fun time, man.
My last question to you, Nick, is this: when you look back, and we've all said, I said my favorite, the greatest of all time. What do you want people to remember Dominique Wilkins for?
For how much he gave, how hard he worked. I mean, I don't know anybody in this organization that worked as hard as I did on the floor. And that's what I'm gonna be recognized. I always played at one speed, and that was all out, and gave back, outside of that to, a lot of kids in this city, homeless, you talking about, went down there, fed the home. I mean, from everything from that to, being on different boards for health, like diabetes, hypertension, asthma, all these different things that I've done. That's what I want to be known for. Everybody know what I did on the floor.
Right.
But I just want, hopefully people recognize how hard I worked.
My last one for you, Neek, and again, just being a true ATL guy. When you see everything that the Hawks organization has done now from that new practice facility, just watching you and Grant interact, and do you think the young guys truly understand how good they have it with the way everything is structured? Because when we walked around, I could see how you was sitting there like looking at some stuff like, wait a minute, hold on.
I'm like, man, where was this when we
Like that hot tub in the locker room?
We got the coldest practice facility.
Easy.
In NBA. That facility is unbelievable. Tony Wrestler, man, he did his thing. I mean, just for the whole experience that he's given our young players, man. How can you want things?
I want to go to practice every day, me.
Man, look, man, they do.
Yeah,
And like I said, I just think it's great that we have that. That's another tool that we can use to hopefully entice players who want to come here. So this facility, man, I mean, they spared no expense with this thing.
None.
They thought of everything. I go over there all the time. I'm like, man.
Right.
Y'all mind if I use this tub?
Right. You got that little flotation thing yet?
Yeah. No, I haven't gotten it yet. Yeah.
That's
great.
crazy.
Yeah, so
Like, there's a Foot Locker in, like, they don't have to go nowhere.
But the great thing about it is that we got their own medical facility within the practice facility.
Biggest MRI machine in the world.
Emory right there too.
Yeah. So it was a great partnership with Emory, and I tell you, I couldn't be happier with what the Hawks have done. And so we're still building and trying to attract the best possible talent we can. But it takes time and patience.
Yo, real quick about the this very quick. Can you still tomahawk on somebody?
Oh yeah, man.
You got to just pick it.
But I only can be on Fridays because it takes me a week to warm up. then I'm going to the ER after that.
Somebody real quick. Somebody want to know, what dunkers do you admire in today's game?
Blake Griffin.
Ooh.
I mean, of course, LeBron. I mean, he brings it. Zach LaVine and Gordon. I like those. I mean, those guys are my favorites.
Yeah. Were you ever amazed at how great AI was for a guy that small?
No. I mean, AI had that dog in him. Not only did he have talent, he had the dog. You see, when you got a guy who got talent and dog in him, like Westbrook.
Ooh, yeah.
Like Westbrook. Man, them guys gonna hurt you every night. Not Kyrie Irving. Got that dog. It's a quiet kind of dog.
Yeah.
He got that. They're like a Dominant pincher where you don't really bark. Where you
Right.
bite
Yeah.
you
He ain't got to say nothing. It's coming.
Yeah, that's Kyrie Irving.
Well, Dominique, man, we really appreciate you inviting us to your home, man. So thank you so much, sir.
Thanks, guy.
Just for me.
Hey, man. ATL.
This is the guy.
Give me how I feel, man.
We boy E Glaze, this my man Maceo Hurd and Dominique Wilkins.
I ain't fooling with y'all no more. I'm doing nothing else for the people no more.
We done. Sorry. This rolling out with the Crush, where sports meets entertainment. We'll see y'all later.